Hey guys, new to crypto? Yeah, me too. I'm a whole 1 week in right now. A whole 1 week. How have I done? Stay tuned. Let's find out. Well, all right. Well, welcome back. My name is Kenny Anderson. I'm the host of Semi Pro Gridiron Rant. But we're not talking football today, folks. We are talking about cryptocurrency. That's right, cryptocurrency. If you followed me last week, you'll know that it was my birthday. August 20th was my birthday, 49th birthday, and my girlfriend and I had decided that we are going to invest over the next few weeks a total of $10,000 into the crypto market and to see how we make out. So what we've done is, like I said, we're going to invest. We're going to do daily deposits. Well, most days, and we're going to spread that out. We're going to cost average that. So we're gonna daily cost average that instead of worrying about, hey, let's make sure we hit it when it's on a down. Obviously, we want to try to hit it lower than higher. I mean, that's the whole game of investing, right? Buy low, sell high, right? The old adage. But with day cost averaging, all you have to do is, I used to do this in the car business. Is we would buy cars and similar vehicles, and we would with similar miles, and we would cost average them so that one car wouldn't age more than the other, and you kind of get a general idea of what each car costs, and they're relatively the same whether a car had been there a day or whether it had been there 300 days, right? So that way the salesman can't pick and choose. Hey, I can make more money, and so on and so on. But that's a whole different topic. But as far as daily cost averaging for stocks or crypto, as far as I'm picking up is you buy at a certain time of day or you buy a certain couple times a day, and you cost average that out over time so that obviously sometimes you're going to buy high, sometimes you're going to buy low. You kind of want to stay in a wheelhouse though, where you don't buy too high, but eventually if you're winning, the stocks are going up, or I'm sorry, the crypto's going up, you're going to pay more, just the way it is. If we all had $1 million to invest in crypto right now, we would have put it in there when it was in 20,000 and just rode it out, right? But you can't do that. You got to put in a little bit. You just hope that you're hitting it on the down instead of hitting it on the up. But at the end of the day, we are not day trading. We are in it for the long haul. So we want to use this towards our retirement. My girlfriend Jamie and I, and this we want this to be towards our retirement. So we're getting in on it right now. Although it doesn't seem like the ground floor, it's still in the world of crypto. Many people telling it's still in its infancy. Okay, so although Bitcoin's hit it kind of big early, there are others coming up behind that are doing pretty well too. So original game plan was $100 a day until into five cryptos until we hit our 10,000 threshold. Well, it's kind of changed a little bit. All good plans get a little adjusted along the way, right? So we did stick with the five cryptos. Okay, and the five that we stuck with are Bitcoin, number one, right? That's the everyone when you think crypto, that's the first thing comes to your mind, right? So you got to get on that. Bitcoin, number two is Ethereum, and then we're also in Cardano, Polkadot, and Dogecoin. So we kind of diversified a little bit. We didn't want to put everything into Bitcoin. We want to kind of play around and kind of get a feel of all this other stuff. And there might be some other opportunities. Everyone talking Bitcoin, 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 because that's the one everyone's predicting to skyrocket to 100 million per Bitcoin. Come 2030, 2035, what have you. But there's others that you can make money along the way with too. Is from my understanding. Again, I'm just a newbie, so I'm here trying to figure this out along the way. So what we've done is for the first 4 days, we kind of stuck to our original game plan, and we put in $100 into those five accounts every day for the first 4 days. And I say we, it's Jamie and my money, but she pretty much said, "You do you, boo, and whatever happens, happens." And I told her that's fair, but just have in your mind that we've lost 10,000. That 10,000's gone, and we're just gonna whatever happens positively. Great. If it happens negatively, we're already in the mindset that we lost that 10,000. So, what I like to tell people again, and you hear this all the time, is don't invest something that you're not willing to just automatically know that you can lose, right? If you can't lose it, don't invest it. Now, if it's only $10 you're starting with, start with $10, right? You got to start somewhere. Should invest. But again, if it's your last $10, I don't know if I'd invest that. If you can't stand to lose it, don't invest it, right? So, and again, I'm not day trading. Jamie and I aren't day trading. We are shooting for what's going to happen when we're due to retire, right? I'm 49. I'd love to retire by 60 or sooner if possible. So what can we do in the next 11 to 15 years, to get into a position where we're comfortable. Because let's be honest, Social Security is going to be history. If I even make it that far, right? Um, so there's really not much to rely on. You have to rely on ourselves and in the markets. So we're gonna go into this crypto thing where we've decided together that we're going to stick this out, and it's a long play, right? So that's our philosophy. So back to it. So first 4 days we stuck with the $100. So I did that the 20, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. On the 24th, I decided to do something a little bit different because I'd noticed going through my app that, obviously there's a fee to use the app, right? When we're using Coinbase. Um, so we're using that app and it charges you, I think it's $2.99 for the first 100. Well, then I realized later on it's $2.99 up to 200. So you pay the fee, you might as well pay if you have the 200, 700, you might as well pay it because down the road you're saving $3, right? If you're going to put 100 every day. So I picked up on that a couple of days too late, right? So I kind of threw away some money, $6 or $3 at a time, if you will. So $15 a day, basically, right? I could have doubled 200 instead of 100. But anyway, so on day 5 for fives, we went fives full. We decided to put $500 in those five, right? It's 5 for 5, 5. We had 5 of them. We put in $500 each. But then, because I'm doing some more research, I stumbled upon, I guess not a stumble, because I believe it's in the top 10, Solana, right? So we went into Solana and we put in 1,000, right? So I went in ahead and I put 1,000 into Solana that day. So on that day, we invested pretty heavy. We went into what's that, 1,000, 2,000. We deposited $3,500 into Bitcoin on the 25th. So we went in aggressively. Now, was that smart? I don't know. I guess time will tell. But the next day we went to 200 again, take advantage of it's $2.99 whether it's 100 or 200. So I went to the 200 just basically to save fees. So 200 we went into Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. But I also added, because I was doing a little more research, I also added Chainlink. So we're really diversifying. We now have 7 accounts or 7 cryptos that we are investing in, right? So it's kind of a wide range, and some will pull out, I'm sure, eventually. Some we may let ride. So, for example, one we're going to let ride, and the reason I added Chainlink was I made a deal with Jamie. I said, hey, listen, I am going to invest into Dogecoin, which is cheap. It's like 30, depending on what time you hit it, it's like 30 cents, right? It used to be like 3 cents, and people are there at 30 cents an hour killing it, right? But what I wanted to do is I wanted to get something that you could get a lot of coins for not a lot of money, right? So basically we've invested at this point, and I'm going to end investing. I'm not going to put any more in that at this point, but we've got $1,100 in Dogecoin, right? So what's that get us? So in Dogecoin, based on what we've got going on here at the time, and I apologize, I haven't done any cost averaging yet, and I'll have that for the next video. But for Dogecoin, we've got 3,448.43 Doge right now. Okay. And that was for $1,100. So the reason I did that is, number one, I wanted to say when I get to 3,000 Doge, I'm going to stop. I don't know. It's just a number, because I know it'd be somewhere around $1,000, right? So I went to 1,100. Yeah, we went over a little bit, but here we are. So I want to ride that out, because there's predictions that might hit $1, right? Which doesn't sound like much, but that would basically turn our $1,100 into almost $3,300. So we could triple our investment, right? So that, and that might be 10 years down the road, but based on what today's return is in a savings account, I'd rather have it 10 years on Doge than have 10 years in our savings account and make 40 cents a month. Or, well, in that case, it's 1,100. So we might make 4 cents a month on $1,000, right? So what's that? 50 cents a year, right? And then, if we average out 50 cents a year times 10 years, big whoop. What do you make? You're not making anything. So you got a whole $5 in your pocket. Big deal. So here we're going to take this 1,100. We're going to let it ride. If Doge goes up, boom. Maybe we bail out if it hits $1. Maybe that's our threshold. We'll do a little more. You will do a little more research, and if their predictions is $1 and they think that tops it out, maybe we'll pull out $1. Maybe we'll pull out at 50 cents, 60 cents, double our money and let it go. I don't know. We're not sure yet. Like I said, we're a whole 7 days into this thing, and we're learning as we go. And we say we, I say me. She's kind of laissez-faire, right? She's like, dude, you got the 10 grand, you know, I don't want to hear about it again. We're done. And, so one day we're going to wake up. Hopefully we wake up one day. I tap her on the shoulder, say, oh, by the way, remember that Dogecoin? Yeah, we're millionaires now. So let's retire. Who knows? And it's probably not on Doge, but better odds are going to be with Bitcoin. But so that was kind of our theory with Dogecoin. Bitcoin, we're gonna keep piecing into that. And granted, it's gonna go sky high, allegedly. So that is something that just got to keep investing, keep investing. And on a side note, guys, again, I know everyone tells you this. This is purely and strictly entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional, obviously. I keep telling you I'm a newbie to this thing. This is for entertainment purposes only. And hopefully we're all entertained and we go on and we all make some money together, or at least I make, Jamie and I make some money. And if y'all have any suggestions, comments, etc., put them in the comment section. Don't be afraid to hit the subscription bar, hit the like, hit the bell, get a notification when we come out with these. We're probably gonna do them at least once a week, and just kind of follow suit and see where we're at. So we've like I said, we've got Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Dogecoin, and then we added this week Solana and Chainlink, which are outside of our original investment. When we started. So how are we doing? Well, that's a great question. So overall, at this point, we've invested $8,700, right? And at the time of this recording, it is the 28th of August, and so this month's coming to a close, and it's about 1:30 Central Time, and our account shows $9,068, okay, and some cents. So we're up. We invested $8,700, so we're up $368 and some pennies, right? So we've covered our fees, so on and so forth. But how's that looking? So right now, ironically, the one we're most successful with is the one we bought second last, which is Solana. So I invested in that last, right? Dropped 1,600 in it over a period of 3 days, and it's up to 21.22. So we have 22 shares of that, right? 21.22. I'm sure if you do the math, that tells you, roughly where I'm at. What's that? $95, something like that. So we're in that range, right? So I must have done something right on that one. We're up $522 on that one alone. Okay, so that's basically letting it ride. That's why I diversify, right? We have one that's winning, and we have some that maybe be pushing and some that are losing. And ultimately we're roughly $368 up, right? So number two, we got Cardano. We got 557 shares of Cardano, or 557 coins. Again, crypto, however you want to say it. And we're at 1579 and some pennies. Now in Cardano, we've invested 1,500. So we're up $80. Again, this has been a week. It's not, what would I have made on this money in the bank? Well, it's 40 cents a month, so, in 7 days, how much am I going to make on 10 grand? Well, we're not even at 10 grand. We're, we invested 8,700, so how much would I have been up this week on that in the bank? 10 cents, right? Maybe 10 cents, quarter of the, 7 days, 10 cents, 8 cents, something like that. So here we are. First two, we're up. Now Bitcoin, we have 0.03 Bitcoin, right? Who are you scaring with that? Not much yet, but we're going to keep adding to that. Hopefully maybe one day we'll own a Bitcoin. And if we own a Bitcoin and it hits $100 million, folks, what's that tell you? Right? Or if it hits $1 million, what's that tell you? Right? So if you have one coin and they're $1 million, I think that would make me a millionaire, or make Jamie and I a millionaire. But it is what it is. Hopefully that happens someday. We can all pray. That's why we do this thing, right? And the more people get into this crypto, and the more these businesses, there were some businesses this week that went ham in on some crypto. So Visa went in on some stuff, and so it was. There's been some activity, and I know some other businesses have too, but I'm having a brain fart right now. So our Bitcoin's at 1486. So we're a $14 loser right now. So we've basically lost our fees, right? Same with Ethereum. We've got 0.45 Ethereum. We're at 1471. Now Ethereum is predicted to launch, right? It's predicted to go crazy because they are releasing Ethereum 2 sometime early 2022. And I think that's supposed to be in January sometime, so once ETH 2 comes out, that's supposed to pop. Now, Cardano's supposed to pop next month, right? On the 12th, they're taking up smart contracts, right? They're going to start to be able to do smart contracts, and they think that's going to jump them up. And then there's um, the maker of Cardano. He's having some sort of summit or whatever towards the end of the month. I think it was the 25th, if I remember correctly. So odds are, once he announced, I'm sure he's going to announce all the new businesses that now that he has, added smart contracts or going to add smart contracts if all goes well at that point. Then hopefully that thing launches, right? So who knows? Maybe I'm getting in at the right time, and Jamie and I are getting at the right time to do this. But so we're holding on that. Polkadot, we're at 1,016. We got 1,100 invested, so we're down, roughly $80. We got 39 Polkadot. Doge, like I said, we got almost 34.50 in Doge coins. It's at 991. We invested 1,100. So right now we're a $100 loser. And then Chainlink, we got 15 of those. 397, and we invested 400 at this point. So we're basically at days of fees down on that. So doing real well on Solana. Would like to put more in there, but it's climbing, climbing, climbing. I may wait till it hits a little dip. Who knows? Or come Monday, I may just put another couple $400 in there or so, and see what happens. What ride that wave, and let's see what happens. But anything's possible. But at this pace, they're predicting big things for Bitcoin over this week. Maybe get over that 50,000 threshold. So maybe our investment will start to be profitable once we get that. Right now at 1486, that's at 48.9. So that tells me I probably obviously invested up in the upper 40s when I got into this thing. So it took me a week to do research, and when I was looking at it, it was like at 43. So had I just put some money on that when I started my research, we'd be $5,000 ahead as far as total value of a Bitcoin. But it is what it is. You still got to do education, right? Either way, you're paying for the education. So right now, that's where we're at. So at the end of this, again, we've put in $8,700 as we're about to log off here. We're at $9,063.74. So week's positive. So hey, sure beats putting 10 grand in the bank and making 40 cents this month. We're already up to 360. Let's call it $4. $364 in 7 days. Hey, that averages out for the rest of the month. That'd be fantastic. Hey, if it just hangs on to that for the rest of the month, that sure as hell beats that 40 cents, right? So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're hoping on. Hopefully this, continues to do this. We're not expecting it to just keep climb, 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 climb. But hopefully we watch that thing over the years, keep growing, growing, and growing. I appreciate you joining us today. Hey, listen, again, any questions, comments, please put them below. Subscribe, hit the like bar, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications. We're open to suggestions, comments, concerns. What cryptos do you like? What apps do you prefer? What's the best place to get all of your graphs and charts and all that fancy stuff that these other dudes that are experts are showing, right? I'm no expert. I'm just your average Joe trying to learn crypto. See ya.